You're watching ABC7 News at 5:30.
Welcome back. As downtown Venice continues to beautify and reinvent itself, some business owners are calling on city leaders to make a change.
They say the city is asking for trouble by allowing liquor to be sold at community events. ABC7's Rebecca Fernandez is live in Venice with the business owners' argument to go booze-free. Rebecca?
Jacqueline Scott, well, dozens of events are held here every year with vendors, food trucks, and alcohol. And that last part is what many business owners say may bring trouble to the city of Venice.
I think there's just too many alcohol-related events at this point. I'm not opposed to drinking. I'm not on a total ban of alcohol downtown, but I'm just questioning, why do we need so many?
Sandy McGowan is among a dozen of downtown Venice business owners who feel this way. They tell us that as the city develops downtown and wants more people to visit and enjoy everything it has to offer, the presence of alcohol can have a negative impact on Venice Avenue.
Well, honestly, I close my shop. I don't stay open because I'm not going to serve alcohol or wine and have any kind of liability. That's one of my questions, is who is going to be liable if someone's hurt on the way home or falls after they've been drinking down here?
A group of shop owners wrote the city council a letter asking leaders to decrease the number of alcohol-related events in downtown.
Why wait till something happens? Why not be preventative?
But after discussing the issue at last week's meeting, council members voted no on the motion.
They have professional bartenders, so everything is done above board. The professional bartenders, of course, are trained to keep an eye on people if they see somebody becoming unruly.
The city says there has never been an issue in the past, and as long as everything continues that way, there is no reason to change the way the events are run. But Mayor John Hollick did tell us that, like always, any worry residents have will be addressed publicly at these city council meetings.
I think that's a proper thing to do, have it in an open forum, have a discussion. All that does is make the whole event better. If you can get it all out on the table and discuss it, I think you end up with better events all the way around.
The city says they do think they made the right decision, but if this issue were to come up again, they'll go through another voting process. Live in Venice this evening, Rebecca Fernandez, ABC7, your Suncoast News. Back to you guys.
Rebecca, thank you. Right now, Sarasota City Commissioners are again discussing whether to save or knock down the former Gee Whiz Museum along Sarasota's Bayfront. The building has been vacant now for about 5 years since the museum went out of business. Planners of the 52-acre Bayfront redevelopment project did not include that building in their plans, preferring instead to make it a park space so people can look out on Sarasota Bay. City Commissioner Hagan Brody says the former museum building is not really historic and the space is better used as a park to open the view to the Bayfront.
We have to do what is good for the greater community and will serve the public purpose best. And over the last couple of years, there's been several thousand people that have voiced their concern and input as to what they want to see on this site, and park space and open space ended up ruling the day.
Some preservationists believe the 42-year-old building should be saved and repurposed, but the city says it's costing $40,000 a year to maintain, and no proposals have come in to rent the space since it closed back in 2013.
Let's get a check on our first alert weather forecast with Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan. Bob, how's it looking at this hour?
Right now, pretty good. Hot, though. Good afternoon, everyone. We are looking at the Lakewood Ranch webcam showing these low-top clouds. These are fair weather cumulus clouds heading off toward the Gulf of Mexico. We have a nice east to southeast wind, but there's a lot of dry air in place, so it is going to collide with the west coast sea breeze. 1 or 2 lone showers then out of the question. We could use a little bit of rain to cool us down. Heat index today up at 100 degrees and a record high in Tampa. At least they tied it at 92. Also Fort Myers, record high temperature. We'll have that near record highs right through Wednesday. A weak cold front will move through on Thursday. Really just kind of fades away right over the top of us. It will bring us a chance for showers on Thursday and mainly late Wednesday and into Thursday. And as far as the tropics are concerned, we're still watching all over the Atlantic and the Gulf and the Caribbean. Right now, the National Hurricane Center monitoring an area in the Southwest Caribbean, and it's so impressive that the reconnaissance aircraft is scheduled to investigate the area tomorrow. 97, that's what it feels like right now. The dew point temperature is still way up there at 77. We have a west wind at 10. And as far as current temps go, well, little sea breeze has popped in near the airport. but that's about the extent of it now. 89 in downtown Sarasota, 84 Gulf water temperature, and 1 degree cooler in Cortez now, 90 degrees in Arcadia. And you can see temperatures really much higher than that, at least it feels that way as a result of the higher humidity around, and 96 now in Northport, 95 in Bradenton. Well, we have a steady east to southeasterly wind flow. Typically that usually sets up for a good chance for showers and storms in the afternoon, but it's just so dry right now. We are not anticipating any significant rain. 1 or 2 lone showers not out of the question through this evening. We'll talk about that tropical system coming up in just a few minutes. Back to you.
All right, Bob, thank you. 5 days after much of the Florida Panhandle was torn apart by Hurricane Michael, President Trump is in the Sunshine State to see it firsthand. Joined by the First Lady and Governor Rick Scott, the president first took an aerial tour of the devastation. From there, the Trumps went to a distribution center to help pass out supplies. FEMA approved transitional sheltering assistance for families in Bay County, one of the hardest hit areas. Residents of 10 other counties are also eligible for individual assistance.
Damage is so widespread. We've registered over 20,000 people already in individual assistance within FEMA.
President Trump has pledged the areas impacted will have all the help they need to get their communities back up and running.
Turkey and Saudi Arabia will conduct a joint inspection of the Saudi consulate in Istanbul, where a Washington Post columnist was last seen nearly 2 weeks ago. ABC's Aaron Katersky has the latest on that missing journalist.
Turkish and Saudi investigators arrived to inspect the Saudi consulate in Istanbul, where Washington Post columnist Jamal Khashoggi entered nearly 2 weeks ago and has not been seen since. As investigators went in, Secretary of State Mike Pompeo headed out, sent to Riyadh by President Trump, who spoke this morning with Saudi King Salman.
I did say this is very important. The world is watching, the world is talking. And this is very important to get to the bottom of it, and I think he understands that very well.
The president suggested rogue killers could be behind Khashoggi's disappearance. Turkish officials have said a Saudi hit squad flew into their country, killed Khashoggi inside the consulate, and departed the same day. But President Trump said the Saudi king's denial was very strong.
He told me in a very firm way that they had no knowledge of it. He said it very strongly.
Jamal Khashoggi was an advisor to the Saudi royal family until he fell out of favor and began writing critical columns in the Washington Post. He vanished after visiting the Saudi consulate in Istanbul October 2nd. Today, the consulate became a scene of commotion as the world clamors for answers. American lawmakers said if the Saudis were responsible, there should be consequences.
I do think that arms sales will be affected. Certainly our involvement in Yemen with Saudi Arabia will be affected.
Growing concern about Khashoggi's disappearance and presumed death has strained Saudi Arabia's ties with Western allies. It's also caused a number of media companies and corporate executives to pull out of a Saudi investment conference later this month. Aaron Katersky, ABC News, New York.
The American Bar Association will no longer review its well-qualified rating of Supreme Court Justice Brett Kavanaugh now that the Senate has confirmed him. That's according to an ABA official who declined to speak on the record. The official cited a policy of ending its rating process once a nominee is confirmed. The group previously said it would reevaluate its rating of Kavanaugh because of sexual assault allegations and his conduct during his Senate Judiciary Committee hearing. Kavanaugh has denied all of those allegations.
Happening in Florida, the state's next governor, and not Governor Rick Scott, will get to pick 3 new justices to the state Supreme Court. Today, the Supreme Court ruled Scott exceeded his authority when he started the process to find replacements for the 3 justices. Age limits are forcing them to retire on the day Scott is scheduled to leave the governor's office. Last month, he asked a nominating commission to start accepting applications. He also said he'd try to reach an agreement on the picks with the next governor. The court ruling, though, that whoever is elected in November has the sole authority to name those new justices.
Players have a chance to win big this week as America's dueling jackpots, Mega Millions and Powerball continue to climb, reaching a combined total of $999 million. On Friday, the Mega Millions jackpot rolled to $654 million. The Powerball jackpot rolled to $345 million after Saturday night's draw. Florida had more than 279,000 winners from the Mega Millions and Powerball drawings this past weekend.
That Mega Millions has been rolling over since July.
I know.
Yeah.
Somebody's going to get a nice payout on
yes,
that.
They are. Still to come in your Suncoast News, how a shorter work week could actually help you live longer.
And a look at the new routes coming to the Sarasota Bradenton International Airport this winter. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Reorganizing a space in your home? Save up to 15% on our premium finishes during the California Closets Autumn Upgrade event. Contact us today for a free design consultation. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
Sarasota Oxygen and CPAP is the largest locally owned CPAP supply company in the area. Is it time to replace your old equipment? The staff at Sarasota Oxygen and CPAP can show you the most up-to-date CPAP equipment and supplies to meet your sleep apnea needs, including portable travel devices and the SoClean automatic CPAP sanitizer. We serve all of Southwest Florida, giving the highest quality of care with the finest CPAP equipment. Please visit our website, sarasotacpap.com.
Blue 32, Blue 32, hot, hot. It's the Ghetto Gridiron Challenge. The game's on to sell 2,000 vehicles. 12 teams compete for the #1 spot. Score a great deal at every Ghetto dealership. Buy with 0 down. Make no payments for 90 days. Choose from 14 of your favorite brands, all on sale. Who will make it to the end zone? You decide. Rush to a Ghetto location near you or visit Ghetto.com.
Ghetto's got it.
Soldiers in the Army National Guard live up to a set of time-honored principles.
I will always place the mission first. I will never accept defeat. I will never quit. I will never leave a fallen comrade.
Learn more at nationalguard.com.
Your last chance for 2018 Honda Accords on sale is now during our model year-end sale. Drive new Accords for just $249 a month. Get an Accord, the North American car of the year, for less than the competition. With more standard features than Camry, Honda sensing, multi-angle camera, turbocharged engine, and more. New Accords, just $249 a month. Your last chance for Accords, all on sale this week at your local Honda dealer.
Need more space in your place? The More Space Place can help. With Murphy beds that disappear to reveal a home office, living room, or den. Custom closets with designated areas for your shoes, bags, wardrobe, and accessories. Custom-built entertainment centers, garage storage systems, and more. The More Space Place has 3 showrooms next to Sonny's on US 41 South in Sarasota, on Lakewood Ranch Boulevard just south of State Route 64 in Bradenton, and on Tamiami Trail next to Panera Bread in Port Charlotte. Put more space in your place at the More Space Place.
If you're looking for a rewarding job you'll love, good news. The perfect job is just a click away. Go to mysuncoast.com/job of the day. It's that easy. Stop searching and go to mysuncoast.com/job of the day to find the perfect job for you.
Reorganizing a space in your home? Save up to 15% on our premium finishes during the California Closets Autumn Upgrade event. Contact us today for a free design consultation. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
Working long hours every week could be bad for your health. Kim Hutcherson tells us 4 ways a shorter work week could help you live longer.
Full and part-time employees in the U.S. work an average of 40 hours a week. That's according to 2017 data from the Bureau of Labor Statistics. But working more than that has been linked to negative changes in your health, while working fewer hours each week could help make you healthier, according to research from NYU Langone Health. Here are 4 ways a shorter work week could help improve your health. 1. Less stress. A study published in the Journal of Psychological Medicine found that working more than 55 hours per week was associated with symptoms of anxiety and depression among people aged 44 to 66 who were employed full-time. Those who worked less had a lower risk of these symptoms. 2. Sleep more. A lack of sleep may lead to poor performance, memory, and difficulty processing information. Getting the right amount of sleep can improve your health. 3. Improve your heart health. Working less could lower the risk of coronary heart disease among adults. And 4, spend more time with loved ones. They can help combat loneliness and encourage a person to engage in leisure activities and exercise. For today's Health Minute, I'm Kim Hutcherson.
Now your ABC7 First Alert weather forecast with Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan.
Once again, some fair weather cumulus clouds out there. Pretty nice day all in all, but hot when it was. Record highs in Fort Myers and in Tampa. Not in here, but close. We were in the 90s, low 90s, and that was at the Sarasota Bradenton Airport. And getting a look at this information right here, you can see this radar picture showing frontal system extending all the way down into Texas right now. You notice it's not advancing that far to the south right now as high pressure continues to hold on just off the Carolina coast, and this high is going to block this from coming down our way anytime soon. Now, it will eventually break this high down by late Wednesday and into Thursday and bring us a chance for showers. Some military exercises going on down south. That's the only thing I can think of because there's not a lot of rain down there as a result of dry air in place. These are legitimate showers, though. Some showers starting to pop up from east to southeasterly wind flow. And one or two lone showers not out of the question tonight, but if you have a tennis match planned or a late afternoon golf round, it looks like it should be okay. As far as the winds go, they're all pretty much out of the east inland areas, although just a little bit of a sea breeze has developed from Siesta Key all the way to Anna Maria Island. And you can see that activity again out of the west-northwest right there in Inglewood, also Minnesota Beach, as well as in the Venice. The futurecast showing a few possible showers isolated at best, and then we'll see sunny skies to start the day off tomorrow. Should be okay for drop-off for the kids or your commute, and then a few spotty showers are possible in the afternoon, but that rain chance really only around 20% or less for a pop-up shower here and there. On Tuesday, Wednesday, it gets a little bit better as some moisture starts to return. As far as that moisture is concerned, the high-pressure ridge is keeping dry air all across the Gulf and all the way through Florida right now. And it looks like we will see that in place for us again tomorrow. Different story in Central America and Honduras, as well as Nicaragua. They're going to see some flooding rains as a result of the tropical disturbance down to our south. We'll put the satellite in motion. You can see these low clouds swirling around in a counterclockwise swirl. Right there appears to be the low pressure area. It is moving off to the west-northwest. If it stays out over the Caribbean, there's a chance it could develop into a tropical depression. That's at 40%. It's not going to really intensify too much because of the proximity to land here, which will inhibit its circulation and development, but reconnaissance aircraft could investigate it as early as tomorrow afternoon to see indeed if a low pressure center has formed and where it may be heading. Speaking of that, the models are already starting to pick up on it, taking it off through Central America. A couple of them take it here in the southwest Gulf of Mexico and then on to Mexico. This could be a big problem for flooding rains and mudslides throughout that region. Always a issue. Some take it out in the Pacific and then develop it as well. So just nothing to worry about here, but look at the water temperatures in the southwest Gulf. They're still upper 80s to near 90 degrees there. We need a big cold front to come through and chill this water temperature out into the 70s. That would inhibit anything developing that was significant. Storms can still move over water temperatures that are in the 70s, but they usually don't gain strength. This is the path that Michael took, and you can see all the water temperatures there prior were into the mid to upper 80s and now all into the low 80s, and that's what these storms do. They disperse the unequal heating of the Gulf as well as the atmosphere. We're also watching the remnants of what was Nadine. Not much going on with it as wind shear is kind of ripping that apart and not causing any problems. As far as that chances go, 40% chance developing over the next couple of days. As far as our current conditions go, it's hot, 86 degrees, and the feels like temperature at 97. The high today was 91, and that was, again, 5 degrees shy of the record 96 set back in 1925. For boating, looks to be pretty good. Seas will be running 2 feet or less, and winds will switch around to the northwest with that sea breeze developing later in the afternoon. The 7-day forecast, a nice day tomorrow, albeit hot. It stays that way too on in through Wednesday and Thursday. A better chance for scattered showers and storms come all the way through Friday. And the weekend is looking good with a little drier air and slightly cooler temperatures. Back to you.
All right, Bob, thank you. Time now to check your first alert traffic for the drive home. US 301 in Palmetto is a bit backed up heading east between US 41 Business and 12th Avenue East as well. Scott?
Jacqueline, in consumer news, the Sarasota Bradenton International Airport is looking forward to a busy winter season with numerous new routes starting soon. Allegiant Air started service in April offering nonstop routes to Cincinnati, Indianapolis, and Pittsburgh. A second ultra-low-cost carrier, Frontier Airlines, will begin nonstop service to Atlanta, Cleveland, and Philadelphia on December 10th. American Airlines has also added 3 destinations, including Dallas, Chicago, and Philly, beginning December 19th. And then Delta will provide seasonal flights to Boston, Detroit, and New York. Tampa International Airport surpassing 20 million passengers in a record fiscal year. This is an all-time record for the airport and its first time surpassing that 20 million mark. The number represents a 9% increase over the previous year. The milestone comes on the heels of United Airlines' recent announcement to increase its Tampa-San Francisco service from once to twice daily. And at the end of the month, Tampa International will launch Norwegian Airlines service to London.
If you're putting your home on the market, you may need to adjust your strategy for a quick sale near your asking price. A new report from real estate brokerage Redfin documents a slowdown since this spring's red-hot real estate market, especially in cities with homes valued above the median price. The report says buyers are not rushing in to make offers the way that they did a few months ago. For example, Seattle and San Jose, California, two of the hottest markets in the nation, have seen the biggest decline in homes selling within 2 weeks. Both are down by more than 35 percentage points since spring and over 20 percentage points from a year earlier. Well, Welchs wants you to know that grape juice is a very manly beverage. The company's new ad campaign depicts burly men picking up grapes, driving trucks, and guzzling down some grape juice. The ads also include fast-motion grape pounding manufacturing sequences meant to appeal to primal masculine instincts. The Tough as Grapes ad campaign also features a bold on-screen banner reading "The world's toughest antioxidants." According to adage.com, the strategy of promoting disease-fighting antioxidants is a pitch to Generation X men. Welchs embarked on the idea after their research showed Gen X men were a reliable consumer base for juice. Interesting. Who would have thought?
Give me a grape juice. I don't know. Entertainment
that was great.
Rugs as art. You know the name, you know the building, but do you know what's inside? Yes, Rugs as Art is Florida's #1 area rug superstore. But there is so much more. Amazing furniture, accessories, and art. All this and more. Come see for yourself. You'll love our personal touch and be pleasantly surprised by our affordable prices. Rugs as Art and more. There is so much more to explore.
From the moment she walked in the door, we stopped having to go to the pharmacy. Certain prescriptions, my health plan or the pharmacy wasn't even able to get here. And hospice provided them, and all we had to do was call up, and the next thing they know, there was another, a delivery.
Get more for your money at Sunset Subaru in Sarasota. Subaru vehicles hold their value better than any other brand for 2018, according to ALG. And Subaru is Kelley Blue Book's most trusted brand for 4 years running. The Subaru Impreza is an IIHS top safety pick for 11 years running. Lease a new Subaru Impreza today for just $182 a month, or get 0% financing with 0 down. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
This is an important message for anyone with Medicare. You may be eligible for an all-in-one Medicare plan that combines hospital, medical, and prescription drug coverage together with extra benefits that may include dental, vision, hearing aids, and much more. Some of these plans have a $0 monthly premium regardless of your income. That's right. For one low plan premium, or in some cases a $0 premium, you may be able to get coverage for your hospital visits, doctor appointments, prescription drugs, routine dental care, eyeglasses and contact lenses, hearing aids, and possibly more. Today may be the first time you've heard about this type of Medicare plan. The advisors at the Medicare.com helpline are licensed insurance agents who will explain more when you call. Call now to see if you qualify. Call the number on your screen now. Call now to see if you qualify for these benefits. You worked hard for your Medicare. Now is the time for your Medicare to work hard for you. Not affiliated with or acting on behalf of any government agency or program.
When the call comes in, it's time to go to work. We respond first, but FBL is right there with us.
You really never know what you're going to pull up on. You don't know what type of call you're going to have. You don't know, once you get to that call, what you're going to encounter.
Whether it's a big storm, it could be a house fire, you must be ready at all times.
We're always happy to see FPL. It's pretty much a team effort. Everybody has a job to do.
We know we can count on them. They'll be there, and so will we.
The British royal family is growing. Kensington Palace confirming today that Meghan Markle, the Duchess of Sussex, is pregnant with her first child.
ABC's Molly Hunter tells us about that royal announcement.
And finally, the royal baby news we've been waiting for. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle are expecting. The Duchess of Sussex is about 12 weeks pregnant. Kensington Palace announced the happy news this morning on Twitter, tweeting, "Their Royal Highnesses the Duke and Duchess of Sussex are very pleased to announce that the Duchess of Sussex is expecting a baby in the spring of 2019. When asked about kids last year, Prince Harry had this to say.
Children?
Not currently, no. No, of course, I think, one step at a time, and hopefully we'll start a family in the near future.
And last Friday at Princess Eugenie's wedding, the happy couple revealed their secret to members of the royal family. The news broke as the couple landed in Sydney, Australia, kicking off their first overseas tour together.
They have official engagements in Sydney. They're going to do a walkabout, meet the crowds in Sydney Opera House, and I think that that's what everyone's going to be asking them about. And I think that they will be very happy to chat about it and say how excited they are.
A 2-week swing through Australia and New Zealand. Lots of action to come, including opening the Invictus Games, of course a cause very dear to Prince Harry's heart. Harry's brother and future king Prince William and his young family have also made that same trip down under, as have their parents, Princess Diana and Prince Charles, before them. Now, huge excitement in Australia on their arrival. The palace, though, hasn't changed the itinerary since the baby news. There are questions whether or not Meghan will go to Tonga and Fiji. Both are under Zika warnings, but the palace says at this point the trip goes on as planned. Molly Hunter, ABC News, London.
Well, I'm sure we'll have a lot of people waiting to see what they're going to name it, whether it's a boy or a girl, all sorts of speculations to come.
It will be covered extensively there in Europe. And of course, everybody in the United States, because she's American, we're interested too.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see. Looking forward to it.
Stay with us. We'll be right back with more news.